control. Here comes the DTs. 3 DTs going to deny this hatchery. Overseer coming in. 1 Zergling is not going to be enough to deny DTs. Got the cancel off. And that Overseer is out of range of... Oh, no, they are in range of the DTs, but... Fireball should definitely... Oh, because there is a push right here. Those DTs actually being used as a really good diversionary tactic. Trying to poke in, but there are a lot of roaches here, unfortunately. It's not going to be able to do anything. This Overseer does see the DTs. And now it looks like we're going to see a counter push here from Fireball. A lot of sentries there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentries. That's a lot of force fields right there. These are good force field placements right here. They essentially one roach at a time coming through. That's really what you want to use, especially when they start attack moving and they get out of range with those force fields. It just filters in the roaches. You pick them off one by one. And we have Blink on its way. Protoss ground weapons level 2 is about, I'd say, 45 seconds away from finishing. And surprisingly enough, there is very little creep spread coming from Fireball. This is not good at all for him. You do not want to engage off creep as a Zerg player. It's just basic things that you know. This Overseer being very smart and staying over here, knowing that there is that DT potential. And as I say, that 2 DTs are going to try and deny this. We see a huge roach push out right here. We have exactly 31 roaches in this push. Going to go for that third. Cannons are not the best thing to fight roaches against, especially when they're on the low ground. A good supply block here from Flatline on Fireball is going to try and take advantage, but there are a lot of roaches here. Not too many sentries, but not enough stalkers or zealots. Luckily, there is that level 2 weapons upgrade against a level 1 weapons upgrade, so these stalkers are effectively chewing through roaches. These DTs coming in clutch. DT is going to be able to clean everything up. A level 2 DT does 55 damage. The highest level DT can do is a total of 60 damage per 1 shot. And we see Ventral Sacs coming up for Fireball, Flatball. Now I'm getting everything mixed up. Okay, so we have Ventral Sacs coming up from Fireball. We're going to possibly see some sort of drop potential, as well as we see tunneling claws. With the amount of cannons there are, any sort of harass potential with the roaches is going to be denied right now. He can essentially use them to burrow and move through the force fields, which is right now I feel he's definitely needing. These DTs cleaning up house over here on the Zerg. There is a Spore Crawler, but it's not doing anything. That one's got 4 kills. The other one had about 7. Funny that Fireball would bring the Overseer over to where there is a Spore Crawler. Now Fireball putting up a Spine Crawler, which is exactly what you kind of need for DT Defense 101, kids. Remember it and love it. These DTs kind of sharking around, looking for that 4th expansion is where you do not want to have your Zerg enemy at. Now, Flatline is on 3 bases. A 3-base Protoss is a very scary thing against Zerg, for any Zerg player to go up against. Just ask Idra, he hates it. 2 robotics, as we can see, the potential right now, the production potential of our Protoss player. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gates out and a 7th coming up, as well as 2 robotics facilities. Wouldn't be surprised to see a Robo Bay go down right after that. And Hydra's Den has been made for Fireball, so he's going for that traditional Roach Hydra composition, which I don't necessarily agree with. When you're going up against this amount of sentries and stalkers, well, and even DTs as well, you need infestors. Those fungal growths are going to catch the DTs. They're going to trap the stalkers in. He needs also more carapace upgrades so he can effectively cancel out that level 2 weapons that Flatline has right now, that Fireball is dealing with. Now these Hydralisks here with the DT is going to reveal that there is a Hydralisk Den, of course, and if we look right here, you see the Zeratul versus that Hydralisk from the cutscene, and you know the same outcome as we see. Immortals, interesting enough, coming out. This is actually a very good composition, thinking about it, against that very heavy Roach, but Flatline is going to start needing to get Colossus out as fast as he can. Interesting, 2 Archons being morphed. I keep saying interesting a lot, and that's because it very much is. This is almost completely new kind of style I've seen. Stalker, very heavy Stalker, Archon, and with Archons as well, and very well upgraded Stalkers as well. They have level 3 particle disruptors, no armor coming out, interesting enough, so that means there are pretty much going to be no more Zealots coming up, and here's an engagement right there. Hydralisk and Roaches coming in, and then Mortal is chewing through the roaches, but unfortunately Hydra's DPS is so crazy that it is easily chewing through. Good blink, great blink micro from Flatline. Wow, and looks like they're going to be forced to retreat. Only one roach tanking the damage is not going to be enough against 14 stalkers, and there are some DTs out here somewhere. Look at this, there was a drop over here that I completely missed. The DTs are cleaning up this. Only a couple pylons by the looks of it were taken out. There's one roach right there, like, hey, come back, and the Overlord's like, lol, no. And then he suffers his fate to 4 DTs, which is the worst kind of fate ever. Not only do you not die like being cut in half, but you don't even know what killed you. Now the gold is just about to finish for Fireball. This is kind of what he needs to maybe even a macro hatch, I feel. Try to get his production up very, very crazy, and he needs more upgrades, I feel. Just more upgrades. He has that 2-2, but if you get that 3-3 Roach and Hydralisk mixed, that is deadly, even if you can get the timing before the Colossus or even before External Thermal Lance. But unfortunately, he will not be able to. Excuse me, I need to take a drink of water. There we go. A little scratch in my throat is definitely cleared out. Now, Templar Archives is coming up. This is your textbook death ball right here. Heavy amount of Colossus and Stalkers, pretty much fodder and Zealots with with High Templars. Here's the engagement. As you can see, these Colossus are just destroying all of the Hydralisks. Actually, the Hydralisks aren't even getting hit by the Colossus. It's just the roaches, but the amount of DTs there are is ridiculous, and that is essentially what is killing Fireball right here. We're for those DTs. I feel that Flatline would be in a much worse position than he is. He has only level 1 weapons armor upgrade as opposed to Fireball, who has level 2 Carapace. So these roaches are much more hardy than the Stalkers. And as soon as we get those 2 other Colossus out, which is about 4 or 5 is that count that you want, as we see, xel'naga Caverns has been cut completely in half. A 4-base Protoss. Any Zerg players out there know where I'm coming from. You do not want to go up against a 4-base Protoss. 3-base is hard enough. 4-base almost seals the deal as to you're not going to lose. The production potential for 4-base Protoss is ridiculous, and as we see, even the upgrade potential. Now we have those 4 Colossus out. Looks like he's going to go for a 5th, and now that 4th Nexus is finished and level 2 weapon armor upgrade is halfway done, I feel this is almost it for Fireball. I feel there's no way he's going to come back from this. Even 20 roaches coming out, it's not going to be enough. The Colossus are going to effectively chew through them. These Stalkers there's plenty of Stalkers out there to destroy any roach. As we see, there's 26 Stalkers and 5 Colossus. But we do not, we're not seeing any High Templar being utilized. I feel Flatline doesn't even think he needs it. As you can see here, huge battle, not even, Burrow is not even being utilized. There is no Observer, so he could definitely utilize that to heal his roaches. And this is just a crazy last-ditch effort coming from Fireball to hold off the Protoss Death Ball. And not even sentries are in this composition. That just goes to show this just goes to show how much damage that Protoss army is dealing out, where you don't even need sentries against a Zerg army. That just says that I have so much stuff and it's so well upgraded that I don't even need it. I don't even need those Force Fields or a Guardian Shield. I will kill you before you can even get through my shields, and essentially that's what was happening. As we can see here, level 3 Colossus, that deals out 21 damage, and those 17 damage from all of those Stalkers to the roaches was the amount of damage within this army was ridiculous, and that's essentially what won Flatline the game. Is he was able to get those upgrades and get the proper and be able to take out those Hydralisks before they were effective, before they got to that critical mass. I feel that early push out after he got the Hydralisks from Fireball is kind of what sealed his deal. But anyway, my name is Nerdcraft. I hope you guys enjoyed this cast. Please check out please subscribe to Team Envy. That's it. I am out.